I almost pressed on the stop streaming button instead of switching over to my actual scene that I wanted to use. That is fun. Anyway, hello. Good evening. That would have been, I think, the shortest stream we've ever had on this channel, which... No, it might not even be the shortest stream of all time, funnily enough, considering there were a few when my internet was just going crazy, right? So it's just like... Yeah, hello. Welcome to Ace Attorney on a Friday, and also my cable management being a mess. Anyway, it has been over a full week since we last played this game, since we didn't play it on Friday. Hee hee hoo hoo. Also, it's really fucking loud. We are in the middle of my dreaded circus case, which the sooner we get it over with, the better. I have not remembered much more from it, aside from the fact that I don't like it very much. But we did manage to get through the first trial, only to find out, okay, well this doesn't seem very conclusive. I think we should find more stuff, so we are going to go out and find more stuff to get our kind of full of himself-ish mess of a... I was about to call him a tightrope walker, but he doesn't walk on a tightrope. He's flying. We do want to get him out of there. He is not, in fact, the killer. But also everyone involved in this case has a problem. And I don't mean this in a, well, they're all flawed characters way, but in a very, Jesus Christ, you people. I know you work for the circus. I know the circus is your life, but... Nick, what is it? I've got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks. Magic tricks? Yep, magic tricks are by their very definition tricks, right? But I can never figure out the tricks when I see them. I mean, if you could figure them out right while you're seeing them, they wouldn't be very good tricks anymore. The good magicians are the ones that manage to get your attention to where they want your attention to be, so they can do the funky stuff right out of the corner of your eye, so you don't see it. If you were able to figure that out immediately when seeing it, it wouldn't make for a very good trick, Maya. That's because the tricks are performed by pros. They do it so you can't guess the trick. But the trick Pearly showed me was incredible. Also, does anyone remember that TV show they had a bunch of years ago? It was on German TV as well. They even like adapted. There was this guy showing how like really big screen magic worked. Like always going, you know, we're not supposed to show you guys this, but he's breaking all of those codes. He was wearing a mask and everything, so you couldn't tell who he actually was. At least that's how the show presented it, and then they would show you how those big magic magic cases worked. Also, 1 second, I have something in my eye. Because I vividly remember they also showed one of those. Oh, they have the very pretty assistant walk into a box, and only her hat and her feet. Yeah. The box was lying down, and she was put into it. And it's like, okay, her hat is still there, and her feet are there, and then they start cutting the box in half and do a little whoosh 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 and turn it around and blah 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 blah, and then she steps out of it, like they open up again, she steps out of it, she's still whole, blah blah blah. And the way that one worked is they already had someone in the lower half. They're not actually connected completely, like they were already cut beforehand. So when the first person gets into it, she needs to kind of make herself really small so she fits in the upper half and someone else is in the lower half. So while the first person gets pushed into it, the second person just starts extending their legs so it looks like it's the same person all the way through. While in the meantime, it's just one person is in the upper half, being very small inside of it, trying to make the body really small, and the other person is just wiggling the legs on the lower half, that kind of thing. And also, they also showed one time one of those boxes where someone gets put in and then they start stabbing it with different things. And that one just works because the person inside of it just also has to make themselves really small, and is just carefully a step all the way through, and they just kind of have to mold the body around it. It was really nice. It was a very good show. I wonder what it was called. It was very fascinating to me as a child watching it. It's like, oh, that makes sense. That's how they make it work. Because it's still, even now that I notice, it still looks cool when the professionals do it, right? Like that's the entire point of a professional magic show, because it still looks cool even if you might know how it works. Also, thank you for the Christianity and the foster check. I'm so sorry. I didn't see. I was like trying to get something out of I'm just talking and not even reading what it says in the chat. Anyway, what trick did Pearly show you? That's a magic trick. What kind of trick was it? Let's see. It looked like she pulled the end of her own thumb off. Ow. I mean, that's, I guess. First, she put her right thumb next to her left hand, and then it just separated. She could move it up and down and everything. It was incredible. Oh, Maya, never change. Never change. Oh, that's cute. I love Mimikyu. Mimikyus are so adorable. Like, design-wise. Lore-wise, I do have a Mimikyu plushie right here, actually. Really? Was it kind of like this? What? How do you do that? Nick, you're like a real magician. See, this is why I just can't figure out magic. I'm not good at it. Especially hard tricks like flying away from the scene of a murder. You take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out. But in this case, we should, hopefully, we should actually figure out how they flew away from the scene of the crime, because otherwise we're gonna have a problem. Saying. Anyway, Max. Anything else you get to say for yourself? Hello. Oh, my sweeties. I don't remember what voice I gave you. You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place? We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in. A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by. And since I'm a fake magician, they said, let's make you your very own TV special. Really? What kind of TV special? Maximilian Galactica, The Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live. Hey, that sounds like it would be an awesome special. But if I do the special before I quit it, they'll never let me out of here for real. Well, it would surely be an unnecessary addition to your troubles with law. Ha ha ha. Law. That's what I was thinking, but the production staff is already working on the show. If you don't get me out quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break. We are not doing any real prison breaks in this game. I don't think we do ever, actually. Do we ever do any prison breaks in Ace Attorney? No, I'm not so sure anymore. You seem awfully calm about that possibility. I'd have no choice. It would be a contractual obligation. That's show business. Okay, sure. You know what? Actually, whatever. Keep on the pad. Hi, room. The night of the crime, you didn't happen to fly off into the sky, did you? Here's how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is not just something I can do at will. I don't care what a stoogie clown says, it wasn't me. Can't just honk someone's nose, why not? Why can I not just honk someone's nose? What will you do? What will you do to stop me from honking someone's nose? Why wouldn't I? No! That's not what I wanted to do. Max, do you mind teaching me the trick behind flying? You have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is the fact that the fucking window just closed itself on. Okay. Hello? I said I keep my mouth shut. Oh. I don't teach people tricks, but I will say this much. It's much harder than you think. You need a license to honk someone's nose, I will handcuff you and have you tried in a court of clown law. Damn. I already am in too much trouble with the normal law. I don't want to be in trouble with clown law, I'm sorry. I don't want to be in trouble with the clown law. I was thinking about us in court today. I've got a favor to ask of you. Anything for you, sweetie. Be friends with the other performers in the circus. Fabulous! A great joke. Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like them? But I've won on the world stage. I won the International Grand Prix. International Grand Prix? Performers should always look to perform on the world stage, but the performers of this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. That is something that I can simply not tolerate. Ambition, huh? New stream time! Hi Via! Hi Guardian! How's it going with you? You didn't know? Oh, okay. No worries. I mean, I was this close to not streaming, but then again, it's already Sunday evening. I might as well. But yeah, have a good night. What is your favorite gender-neutral greeting to use? Yeah, it certainly brings a certain impact to the table. Like, there's some kind of aura it exudes when you come up and say "oomphy." I feel like I don't know how to describe it. I'm alright. I overate at the Chinese buffet today. And then I couldn't do anything else with my afternoon, basically, and now we're here. You magically end up psychically Dolden. Why? Sorry, I had like 4 hours of sleep today, and then I overate, and I've had a tummy ache since, and it's been a day. I feel like my brain is not braining today, which makes Ace Attorney the absolute perfect thing to do, because I am reading what they're saying. I'm reading what they're saying, but nothing is really realistically sticking in my brain. It's just like, You don't get any aura from Oomphy? No? Okay. That's a little sad. You should be getting some vibes, hopefully, from the word Oomphy, but it's okay. It's okay if you don't. That just means I get more. That just means I get more also. I don't remember how long the rest of this case is. I wonder if we can get through it today or not. I highly doubt it actually, but I'm gonna try. But if I say even less stuff that makes sense than I usually do, I'm so sorry. It might happen. It will definitely happen. Hi Zen! Good evening! Good afternoon. Hi! I should find a way to put like my local time back on the overlay somewhere. You got the Dark Magician Girl in Overlist last night? Wait, who's the Dark Magician Girl? Really? No way, my Melody is a Dark Magician Girl? Fucking... Oh, that's so cute. God damn it, McDonald's. Why are you like this? But yeah, okay. Okay. Where's my game? There it is. Ambition, huh? Something about what Max just said rings true to my ears. Oh my sweeties want to hear all about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest though, I've told the story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. Okay, tell it 101 times. Melody and Tuxedo Sun. Oh. Meanwhile, I have 2 Kuribos. And I don't actually know what the other one is. We're sorry to make you tell it again. You must not have heard me. I'm really sick of telling the story. What can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Voila! Here, take a look at this. Oh, McDonald's has a thing going on with its Happy Meal where there's a Sanrio x Yu-Gi-Oh collab. So a bunch of Sanrio characters are dressed up as different cards from Yu-Gi-Oh, and Kuribo is Kuropi is dressed up as Kuribo, and My Melody is dressed up as a Dark Magician Girl. They're really small, like plushies. They're cute though. I just happen to have a picture from the Grand Prix with me. Of course you do. You're sick of telling the story and you just happen to have a picture with you? Just look at that fabulous stage. That's the first stage that I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted into applause. At that time, I thought to myself that I could die right then and die a happy man. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions, the acclaim. Wow. By the way, I think everyone who's a performer should get to experience that feeling. Are you for fucking real right now? I need someone. I'm so sorry, Akira. This is not your fault, but I need someone else to trigger the quote bot. Please. Like, if I were to write down every single time it's given specifically Akira the boiling babies, I feel like it's like 9 out of 10 times. We will stop walking on gas. Fair. Also fair. You are too fast. I'm sorry. You need to give it a little more cooldown time. Okay, we're only getting Yakuza and Judgment quotes. Okay, that's fair. We do have a lot of Yakuza and Judgment quotes. We got Snakes Have No Legs last time. That's a really old one. Yeah. Oh. Wow. Okay. There we go. The boiling babies again. Are you for fucking real? What? I don't think any of them have like... Actually, I would feel like the more you get one specific quote, like the less it should show up. Shouldn't it be more varied? It's like, oh man, I feel like we've some of those. Yeah, because you both said it at the same time. It can only do one request. Why do we get the boiling baby so often? I need to go back to that specific stream and actually look at the entire section, because I don't even fully remember why we were talking about boiling babies. Like, what was that stream even about? Jesus. Flo, do it once more. Do it once more so you actually get the quote, and then I'm gonna move on. Yes, obviously that's the point of the quote, but I would like, for my own personal, what are you for fucking real? For my own personal well-being, I would like to know the context of the boiling babies again. I am just saying, we have over 90 quotes. We have over 90 quotes. And you're telling me we keep getting the same ones over and over. Just means we need to turn more things I say into quotes. Some bad RNG code. I feel like that too, yeah. In most of these songs, they sing. I have... The fuck am I saying? Half the time. You would appreciate it to sing in fewer songs? What are these guys? Telepathic? What was that? You should be looking to avoid spoilers. Yeah, okay, no worries. Thank you. Okay. Telepathetic. That was also in Ace Attorney. That was during Ace Attorney, but I don't even remember that. Okay. Okay, Max, I'm so sorry. I will get you out of here. I just wish I could explain that to the other people in the circus. It's incredible, Max. I want a trophy too. Hey Nick, how about you buy me a trophy? That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my tribe. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Look and learn, that's what you should tell them. Learn how to get thrown in jail. Okay. Shakusha. You hear that? It sounds like two people arguing. Alright, let's do it. Are you ready? Can we just leave him there and skip this case? I wish. But since it's technically the first time I'm playing the game, I do not get to skip over certain sections. Yes, wait. Quit your whining. Let's just give this a shot already. Alright, let's go. Row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat. What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on, you know that. I'm trying my best, but Frito, this just isn't going to work. You enjoy saying dumb things, you're going to have to be on your own someday. If you can't handle something as simple as this, what are you going to do then? Hello, Ben. Hello to you too, Trilo. What are you doing here? Can you see we're on a secret crash training course? What? sorry. Secret crash training. Wow. Yes, Trailer wouldn't give up until I said we tried his idea for a new routine. So, we were trying to sing in around for our new ventriloquism. Does that work? Oh, that would be hard. In a round? You can really do that? That's incredible. See? Even they're surprised by the idea. I told you. They're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea. Once you get a grip on the basics, then it's just a matter of practice. You think so? Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give this back to you. Ah, there it is. Stupid fucking puppet. I will literally grab you by the neck and smash you. Now I've got this ring right, it's time to take one more shot at Regina. You could make merch. Could we get newer bookmarks? I mean, absolutely, sure. Yeah. The newer to hold your pages. I would love that. It's a good idea. I know that you already testified in court today. You want to talk about what we saw, right? Yes. Well, at first we thought it was the old man, just looking at us walk and how he acted, right, Ben? Huh? Yeah, that's right. But then we said hello and didn't even get a reply. Not to mention he was draped in those gaudy symbols. What would you have thought if he wasn't wearing those symbols? What do you think, man? I would have thought it was the ringmaster. Something just isn't adding up here. I wonder what I really saw. I was hoping I could ask you about Regina. I'm completely serious about her, that's why I'm waiting for her even now. You are also quite a bit too old for her. Really? That's so sweet. But if you really wanted to see Regina, shouldn't you check out the tent? Huh, you haven't got a clue about things, do you, sweetheart? Why do you like this as part of being in love? How so? If you had a clue, you would know that waiting such sweet, wonderful torture. When your body aches for your partner's love, that's one of the best parts. Yeah, I knew that. Oh my, she's so red she looks like a vine-ripe tomato. Print ourselves a new term. True. Here you go. Here's my first merch, you need to print it yourself. So how's this new routine working out? I'll let you just take a chill pill already. Our routine's a secret. I'm to take the ventriloquism. Why? I learned how to say it last time. Pulled by storm. It'll be a real revolution. That sounds incredible. But let me make one thing clear. We're not going to take on the world just because that jerk said we should. That jerk? Max Galactica. If Homer should aim for the world, who does he think he is? Trilo, you seem to really be fired up about all this. He needs to realize that he isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage. You're right. Mark my words, I, Trilo Case, will win the Grand Prix. You're the man now, doll. Row, you boat will be the key to a glorious victory. Not to write a new parade, but wouldn't a more mature song be best? Hey, you got to start somewhere, right? Don't screw this up, you gotta be a part of this too. Okay, moving on. Oh, Tutu. I will be running out of voices. You look like you just got hit by a truck. Shouldn't you get some rest? I'm taking a rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Miss from Karma told me to come down here and do this for her. Yeah, I figured as much. Let me tell you something, Paul. Listening to the old clown sucks all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something. I think he's waiting for you to laugh at his jokes. I know that, Paul. Do you have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laughing that much? Francisca really said you had bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she should be listening to Mo herself. No way, Paul. You're not gonna get me to backbite a woman with a whip. No way. Why are you defending her? Prosecutor von Karma's always got her eyes on us. And every time you definitely don't want her to show up, poof, there she is. Don't show. But she's wound him up pretty tight. She's directly above us as we speak. Huh? How's that possible? According to the clown, the culprit jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. If that's what happened, it means the killer passed right by this window, pal. So what is it, pal? Or Paul? It's probably not Paul like the name Paul with a U, right? Hell. I see. He lives in a room behind the window up there. The acrobat's got his room up on the 3rd floor, it seems. Pretty soon, Miss Funkama's gonna start an investigation up there. So don't get any ideas of going up there to the acrobat's room. Got it, pal? Yeah. Siska Funkama. Once she's done with her investigation, I think I'll go out there and check it out. Woo! Wow, the snow is reflecting pretty bright. Shell, Canal, Morel, Pel. Oh, papel. Where's Regina? I don't know. But if she's with a tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here. Nick, you're kind of a chicken, aren't you? No. I'm just allergic to wild tigers. Honestly, that's fair. Alright, welcome to the wonderful, the fabulous, the cafeteria. Yikes. He's in an awfully good mood. Alright, you know what time it is. Riddle time. Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Come on, you can answer this. It's easy. Because cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction? Wrong. Try again. Okay. What do you think, Gertie? I got it. Okay, what is your answer? Because they're on the cafeteria. Exactly. It's an incredibly sad place, that cafe. I did it! What's going on? He's being too nice. I mean... Why wouldn't he be? Not this picture. He showed it to you guys too. Oh, you've seen it as well? Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets around. Oh yeah, he didn't just show me the picture. What do you mean? He showed me his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing is enormous. It's in the picture, I think. He'd make us worship it every day. He made us bow to his greatness. He's got a big bust. I wouldn't mind hearing more about Max's bust. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. I mean, what? Today's been a really crazy day, hasn't it? You're telling me? I didn't think it was going to be so tough. Tough? Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's what you call a crowd that refuses to allow. For instance, it was such a tough crowd this morning I had to smash watermelons. I told them all a great story and even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing. He even used the famed no shoes, no shirt, no service joke. Exactly! How can you not laugh at stunning comedy like that? Wait, hold on. Isn't there literally a game called Max's Big Bust? There is. There is a game on Steam called Max's Big Bust, a Captain Nikorai tale, which is a live sim visual novel that follows the story of two cops, Max and Brad, as they investigate a shady new drug that's been circulating the mean streets of Accent City. Why do I know this? Because for whatever fucking reason I have this game on my wish list. Also, when I look at it on Steam, it says the game is similar to games you've played, one of them being Persona 5 Royal, and the other one being this very same game, Ace Attorney. Why do I have this game on my wishlist? What the? Max's Big Bus has been on my wishlist since the 8th of May 2017. Okay. Good. Good. Yeah. Alright. Max's Big Bus. Okay. Are you 100% sure about your testimony today? I saw what I saw, I swear. That creep just flew through the air. It wasn't exactly flying per se, it was more like floating. The silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max. I don't see upside clock. He must be telling the truth. Yeah, wasn't it just the bust flying? If you dressed up the bust with the coat and the hat and everything, and then attach that to something and just pull it up, boom. You would have the silhouette of him, you would have his face kind of, since it's a ginormous bust, it would also fit with the size. Like from a normal person. And it would definitely work out with the whole, oh, he was hit by a blunt object, because that thing probably weighs a ton. Boom, bam, I did it. Now how to prove it. Max's bust should be on a small table over there. There's nothing over there. Really? Oh yeah. When was it? I'd say about 5 days ago. All of a sudden, the bus disappeared. Yeah, okay, that just makes it even more likely. Oh, the bus disappeared before the crime happened? I mean, if that was the actual thing of how it worked, then congrats to my brain, because I genuinely don't remember, but it would work, right? How do I Geostrum? You don't. It disappeared. You just have to live with that. If you want to see, there's a photo on the bulletin board over there. Oh yeah, that just looks like him. I just had to put the picture up. Hey, this thing is really cool. Nick, I want someone to make a bust of me. Sure, as long as I'm not paying for it. Aww. Rosa said you take it from cafeteria before the crime. Is there anything else that's changed about this place? Nope, nothing's changed that I can see. I wonder if he's actually thinking about this or if he's setting up a bad joke. Nope, I'm drawing a blank here. Quiet Mo is a good Mo in my book. There really aren't any other things that have changed, huh? Well, there's just one tinsy tiny thing that does seem different. Tell us! What is it? Well, on the morning of the crime, over on a bulletin board, this piece of paper was posted front and center. Piece of paper? It's torn, so I don't know what it said, but I could see its title. Yikes! It says, "To the murderer." Murderer? Yep, that's what it says, but the rest of it has been ripped off. And I don't know who posted it. When did you find this? The morning before the murder. Before the murder? Yes, the ringmaster was killed the night after this paper was discovered. I wonder who posted this. Posted in cafeteria on the day of the crime, then torn, states "to the murderer." Nick, I think we better follow up on this important lead. Yeah? Sure. Do you know anything about this note? The morning of the murder, it was posted on the wall in the cafeteria. I do know all about that now. When I read it, my heart certainly skipped a beat. Oh? Your heart skipped a beat? While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster and company entered the room. And company? I guess it wasn't really a company. It was just the ringmaster and my sweetie pie. When the ringmaster read the note, he turned an incredible bright red. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it into the pocket of his tailcoat. of curiosity, what in the world was written on that thing? Let's see. Uh-huh. Oh, I don't want to steal the fun from my sweeties. Go on and find out on your own. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. You might also want to ask my sweetie pie princess. What? Why don't you just tell me what it said on there if you know? Or do you just not know? Wow. I love running back and front from places for no reason other than to be running around. Wrong place, wait. Circus entrance, big dog. Somewhere in here, right? But still in his tailcoat. Max and a ringmaster had a talk in this room. Could have been when the ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside. Why did he do that anyway? Was it really that cold or something? Hey, do you see that? It's a scrap of paper shoved into the pocket of the tailcoat. You know, I've got a feeling I know what that is. But that's the other half of the note that Mo gave us. Let's hurry up and check this thing out, Nick. I knew it. It fits perfectly with the other piece. What does it say? What does it say? To the murderer, I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Tonight at 10 p.m.? That's when the murder took place. Now we need to find out who called out the ringmaster. So murder in retaliation for something the ringmaster had done then? Oh. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. She did a good job as usual. Well, I'm done with the investigation of the acrobat, finally. But with Miss Von Karma... What is that? Nick, what is that? A beeping sound? It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? Every time I hear that sound, she's usually not very far behind. Some sort of pager or something. If you don't mind, Pal, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Quick. See ya, pal. Oop. I didn't know that Gumshoe could run that fast. So much for being a flatfoot. Never seen a grown man so afraid of a girl still in her teens. Well, let's go inside. It's freezing out here. The wind is biting us... as biting as lashes from a whip. From Karma. She really did appear. It's one thing to do it in a courtroom, but like, out here? For no reason? It was a real battle today in court, wasn't it, Mr. Phoenix, right? Did you have to jump out and scare us like that? What can I do for you? Tomorrow will be the day. The day my dream finally comes true. You mean the story of my defeat at your hands making the national news? National news? You possess such a small sense of scale. Global news, Mr. Phoenix, right? Your miserable plight will be known internationally. I think she might be overestimating the importance of a win by just a smidge. Like... this is not even a very big case. It's just a local circus. Someone died. Who cares? In the eyes of publicity, I mean. Miss Von Karma, it appears you got your hands onto something big, no? Huh? I'm amazed you picked up on that much. Anyone could. You couldn't hide the look of victory with pen paper bags on your head. I've got conclusive evidence and a conclusive witness. Need any more hints? Conclusive witness? You must mean the acrobat, right? I'm putting in a summons for him to be called as a witness as we speak. It's a final nail in your coffin, Mr. Phoenix, right? Yeah, get her ready. You want to beat and destroy me. Don't worry about her. Got to try and find out more information myself. You'd be surprised. Yeah, right? It's like, okay, local newspaper. It would make the news because it's like, oh, beloved circus member... beloved circus ringmaster dies in... murder or whatever. But honestly, who else cares? Why do you keep giving Nick the evil eye? doesn't matter if you prove the defendant guilty tomorrow, nothing will be able to bring your dad back. My dad? You must mean the esteemed Manfred von Karma. Of course, your dad. I know you miss him. Enough out of you. One more word and you get a mouthful of wit. No, but did I ever bring up my papa's name in this or any other conversation? Then, what's this revenge thing you're talking about? You wouldn't understand, Mr. Phoenix, right? I have to see him again one more time. Him? I'm sure you know to whom I refer. Miles Edgeworth. What? Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth? Oh. Miles Edgeworth. Why would you even bring him up? You haven't forgotten, have you? Do you know who it was that trained to give the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth? Manfred von Karma. Exactly right. It was my papa. That means that Edgeworth was... right again. Miles was like a little brother to me. Isn't he older than you? Huh? Little brother. But Edgeworth and Nick are the same age. Edgeworth. The man who inspired me to become an attorney. I fought against him in a few cases. But a little after that case was over, vanished. It's your fault he's gone. Huh? That's the truth, isn't it, Mr. Phoenix, right? Nick, what does she mean? Edgeworth was never quite the same after that case. And then with the case after that one. He never set foot into court again. And then one day, he just vanished. All he left was a simple note at the prosecutor's office. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. That was 1 year ago. It was a few months after you left to go back home. Mr. Edgeworth, he's dead? I don't believe it. He's still alive. I'm sure of it. Somewhere in this world, he's still alive. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death? Of course he did. You ruined his reputation as a prosecutor. You effectively killed the prosecutor in him. Just like your victory muddied the honorable name von Karma. There's no fucking honor in your last name, considering how your papa went about getting his victories, so fuck out of here. I'm going to find him. And then, I'm going to teach him his rightful place with my own two hands. Nick, about Mr. Edgeworth? Maya, I already told you this once. Don't make me do it again. Don't bring up his name in front of me again, okay? Nick. Miss von Karma? What? I don't know if you're God's gift to prosecutors or not, but I've had about enough of you. Him too. What in the world happened? This dog is all bark and no bite. He's already been defeated. Regardless, I have nothing to inform you two of today. Tomorrow will be the greatest courtroom battle this country has ever seen. And yeah, I don't think so. Nick, let's go. We need to talk with the performer on the 3rd floor. I'm sorry I brought it up, Nick. It's okay, Maya. You didn't do anything wrong. Hello. You must be Phoenix, right? Yes. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ken Dingling. Ken? What is that a play on? Ken Dingling. Ending. Ending. Yumpy. And. Here at the circus, everyone just calls me Acro. Mr. Acro. How do you know my name? The detective told me. He said you definitely show up here. Acro, you're a member of the circus as well? That's right. I mainly performed on a tightrope or the flying trapeze. But nowadays, all I perform in is my wheelchair. Oh. Acro, why did you join the circus? When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. Then one night decided to run away from it all, without me. Oh. The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the ringmaster. The ringmaster took such incredible care of me. He was truly a lifesaver. Seems like the ringmaster was truly a saint. He was. That's why I decided to do something very important. I decided that I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. And now, look how someone repaid him for all the good in his life. It's such a shame. Sometimes I think that he was almost too kind. Perhaps he was too kind to his performance. Perhaps he was too kind to his daughter. I wonder if he spoiled Regina. Regina's so cute. She's truly a princess. Truly a princess? Are you sure that's a good thing? Do I detect a hint of a grudge against Regina? I'm sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair? The nerves in my legs were badly damaged. And you can't walk now? Can't even stand now. And since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself. It's awful. The accident happened during an acrobatic session, right? Oh! Oh! Cyclops. Doesn't seem like Akra's injuries were acrobatic in nature. What's on your mind, Mr. Wright? Well... Exactly when were you injured? It's been almost 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice. 6 months ago? What in the world went on at the circus then? I stopped by yesterday and noticed that you weren't in your room. I was at the hospital all day yesterday. Okay. You went there for rehabilitation? What about the murder? Of course I knew about it. I spoke with the police before they allowed me to go to the hospital. Before I got the call from the prosecutor, I was convinced that it was all a dream. Huh? I just couldn't believe it when I saw what I saw. Yeah, right? You'd think that if someone ends up in a wheelchair and can't even stand on his own anymore. No, honestly, even if he was still able to stand for limited amounts of time, you would not have someone in who uses a wheelchair on the 3rd floor. What you saw? It's not really ominous. What did you see, Akra? That night, I was in bed sleeping when I heard a huge sound coming from below my window. I see. The scene of the crime was right below your window. That's when I looked out the window. What did you see? He was flying straight up into the air. He? Maximilian Galactica. What? Dun 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 dun. That's what I thought he'd say. You're absolutely positive that it was Max you saw flying? I'm absolutely sure. There's no doubt in my mind. Nick. Got a bad feeling about this. Nick! Wonderful. Today's special must be filet of Phoenix. Stay! Heel. There we go. Oh Maya, Nick! It's you guys. I'm sorry, I guess I made a mistake. A mistake? Yeah, little one. I was thinking of teaching whatever primate was out there a lesson. I was expecting more of a monkey than a human. A monkey? Well, yeah. We haven't actually met the monkey, have we? It's a pity about what happened to the ringmaster. Dead? No, the other ringmaster. That was not your dad? What? Everyone loved him, didn't he? He must have been a good, quite a man. Jesus. He was. I love my dad so much. I hate to say it, but she doesn't seem all that broken up about her father. feel so lonely. Now that I won't be able to see him for a while.
What do you mean for a while? He's dead. Oh no. Do you not know what it means when someone dies?
For a while? Yeah. When Leon died, I talked with my dad and he told me that when someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens.
A star?
That means that my dad is looking down on me from the sky. That's why I love the night so much. I can see everyone who's gone.
Okay, no, you are kind of aware what dying entails.
Someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens.
It's kind of sweet. But I bet you there's no way that Maya believes that.
What do you mean there's no way I believe that? You think that one day I'll be a star too?
I mean, you're already sparkling.
Of course. You really think so?
Yeah, you will. I think.
I've got a feeling that everyone is doing great up there in the sky.
I wonder if everything's alright with Regina. Don't they have the same thing happening in Lion King though? When Timon, Pumbaa and Simba have that talk about what do you think the stars are, and Pumbaa goes on to say that they're actually made of gas, like the actual definition of what a star is, and then they're like, haha, Pumbaa, that's so stupid, no way.
Just to go back and clear something out, why do you want to teach Money a lesson? Because he's a meanie. He's got something that means a lot to me. Something that means a lot to you. It must be something shiny, right? Actually, it's a stage costume. It's got lots of spangles. It's really beautiful. You should see it.
We should.
When a costume gets hit by the spotlight, it dazzles. Hey, Mr. Attorney? If you saw that monkey, you'd get my costume back from me, wouldn't you? It's really important to me.
Gladly, but of course, I'll get it for you. Wow. Wow. What choices? Sure.
Leave it all up to us.
This is not turning down that request.
Yay, you're really gonna do it?
Yeah, sure.
Regina, have you ever seen this before? I know what this is.
Really?
Well, it was in my pocket for a while.
It was in your pocket? This piece of paper was in your pocket?
I guess I noticed it when it was in there around breakfast. Breakfast? Yeah, I always take after his breakfast in the morning. That's when I also take out the trash in his room. Then I go to the cafeteria and eat my own breakfast.
That's when you realized the piece of paper was in your pocket?
Yep, but since I'm not a murderer, I just figured it belonged in someone else's pocket.
Ow.
And then what? I wondered if the person who lost it was in trouble, so... You didn't put it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria, did you? I did! I stuck it up there. How'd you know?
I don't even know what to say to that. So it was Regina who put it up there.
When did this happen? The morning of the murder, I think. That explains a lot. I wonder who wrote this.
Hi, Sierra. Good evening. Okay. You took this out of Acro's trash can and put it up, and then the same evening your dad gets killed. I don't know what to say to that. I really don't.
Mo's not here. Is that... I hear something. Stop it, Nick. You're scaring me.
Oh, no.
Nick, it's money. The monkey's holding something. That's it. That's the thing that means a lot to Regina, remember?
Alright, time to take on this monkey attorney style. Give it back, monkey brain. Stay!
Treats!
Oh, what did we say? Tried to have a monkey-to-monkey talk with him. I really did.
Nick, you...
Acceptable money was extracted.
How? You're really on the ball today, Nick. Let me see it.
You can see it fine from where you are.
You know what I mean? I really want to try it on Regina's costume.
Maybe then I'll take you in at the circus and I can get some peace and quiet. Oh, don't say that, Phoenix. You wouldn't miss her if she left.
What's the matter now? It doesn't fit me at all.
Oh, well, guess it's time for you to lay out the burgers. Not to mention, it doesn't look like something any girl I know would actually wear.
Shiny spangled vest is not my size at all.
They don't look to be that different in height, though.
Here you go, Regina. Yay, thank you. You really got it back for me.
Don't mention it.
I love you, Mr. Attorney.
It's nothing. I want a guy smell too much in front of this girl.
Hey, Regina. The costume is yours, right? I tried it on, but it didn't fit me. Oh, this costume. This isn't mine. It was Leon's.
Leon's?
You know, the lion she told us about. Oh, that one that someone killed.
That doesn't make it any better. That's what you need to catch grass. We dislike catching grass in this house. Wait, sorry. So it's not my size at all, but it did fit a lion?
Leon, he was killed, wasn't he? That's right, my dad killed him.
Why?
Well, Leon did something really bad during practice.
During practice?
Leon was sitting down and then he opened his mouth, you know? Usually when he did that, I would put my hat into his mouth.
Wait, you put your hat into a lion's mouth?
I sure did. People in the crowd always loved seeing me do that. They always start screaming.
Are you sure they were screaming because they loved seeing you do that? Anyways, what was the bad thing?
Oh yeah, Leon bit someone during that practice.
Regina!
Everything was alright though, right? No, it wasn't alright. That was the problem. My dad was incredibly angry.
And that's when Leon...
Yeah, that's when he became a star in the sky.
Poor thing. Shot by the ringmaster 6 months ago for biting a performer. Gee, I wonder which performer he may have bitten. Right? I wonder. No idea who that could have been. 6 months ago?
Something smells fantastic. So we know it can't be milk. Wait, I know what it is. It's burgers.
Hello. Welcome to the Bistro du Sud. Look at the cafeteria.
It smells so good in here, and those burgers look great.
Eat your hamburgers, Apollo. Except this game doesn't have Apollo yet. That's only in a few more entries. She's doing like she's some sort of crazed burger monster. Burgers are the best. Juicy meat, toasted buns, special sauce. They're absolutely irresistible to anyone with a hankering for a burger. Yeah, I'm alright. I hope you're good too. One bite will send you to burger heaven.
Bad, I can tell by the smell.
Oh, I'm getting hungry too. Those burgers must have some kind of special power.
Now that the ringmaster's gone, what are you going to do?
That's what I've thought about the past 2 days. Everyone loved Russell. You've heard Aqua's story, haven't you? Like how he was adopted when he was younger? He's calmed down a bit now, but he was livid when he heard about the murder. Aqua was so upset that he said he couldn't go on. Was that upset? Yes, he was. Anyways, I gave it some thought.
Maybe I should give up on trying to be a half-baked clown. I've been thinking of trying on the ringmaster's shoes. What? Really? Max would still be an issue, though. Max. He may be a bit mean and hard to work with, but it's hard to argue his importance. He's probably the reason the circus is still around. A lot of what he says is right. It's just the way he goes about it is really exhausting. And demeaning. Oh. All that's left is to see if everyone can get over the tragedy. You know... Tragedy, you know? What is he talking about? Get over it. Get over what tragedy, Mo? Huh? Don't worry about it. It's just nothing. Nothing at all. It must be the tragic death of the ringmaster, right? Yes, yes, that's it. You're right, girlie. Ding ding ding, correcto mundo. Doesn't he mean ding? Well, I mean no disrespect here, but are you lying to us? No, not at all. What makes you think that? Just what you said if everyone can get over the tragedy seemed a bit strange. It sounded like you were talking about something from a long time ago. Mo, I'm right, aren't I? Oh. So now we're getting closer to the truth. It was about 6 months ago. Just a little accident. Just a little accident where someone lost the use of his legs? Question mark? Give me a break. As old men have accidents, I wore big pants for a reason. 6 months ago, eh? Let's see. I think I have enough info to do that. Mo, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. What in the world went on at this circus? Okay. There's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there, some juicy burgers. Let's eat instead. Unfortunately, I'm more for grilled chicken sandwich man myself. Actually, I've kind of got an idea of what happened back then. Mo, you said something about an accident. This wouldn't happen to be the cause of that accident, would it? I heard a little bit about it from Regina. Leon made a mistake during a practice, right? How did you... I told him so many times. You shouldn't be doing such dangerous acts. Like putting her head inside Leon's mouth, right? Yeah, but Regina believed in Leon. She believed so strongly that the ringmaster went along. He never could say no to her. Out of curiosity, who was bitten? Come on, Mo. Don't climb up on me now. Who did Leon bite on the head? Well, I promised I wouldn't say anything. You promised? He's involved in this too. He's involved, huh? Mo must be talking about... It must have been Acro, right? How did you know? Why wouldn't I? Don't worry about that, Mo. Getting to the bottom of this accident may help solve what happened to the ringmaster. No way. I need to know the truth about what happened to Russell. Please tell me what you know. I'm sorry, Acro. Wait, but bitten on the head? Acro wasn't bitten on the head. Did someone else put the head into his mouth? Oh no. Just like you said, you know, the accident. Did someone die? No, but it would have probably been better if he had. What? How would that have been better? He's still alive. And when he got bit, he suffered massive brain damage. And then recovered from the coma that he's... Coma? All he does now is lie in his bed at the hospital. And that's all he's ever going to be able to do. Let's see. How is he related to Aqua? He's his brother. Huh? The person who got bit was Aqua's brother. Brother? They were an acrobat team of brothers, Aqua and Bat. Oh wow. Cute nicknames, I thought. Anyways, they were an incredible team, cut down together in their prime. Who is Aqua's younger brother? show on the evening, but everyone always called him bad. He fell in love with Regina. Trying to win a love was his downfall. Is anyone in the circus not in love with Regina?
Everyone seems to fall in love with Regina. Thank you.
6 months ago, while we were practicing, all of a sudden Bat blurts out, "Let me perform with Leon." Why'd you do that? I don't know, but that's what caused the accident. I'll never forget that moment. It was so strange. Leon had the weirdest look on his face. He was smiling. He? You mean Leon? Yes, Leon. When he bit down, he was smiling. I don't think lions smile, usually. Some sick grin. No way, that's impossible. Smirking lion, flying murderer.
Why does it seem that it's always Mo who catches all of these incredible events?
Nick, can lions smile? We never told the police about the incident. The circus would have been shut down if we had. The next day, the ringmaster took Leon out and shot him with a rifle. That's what really happened.
Oh, you guys were so serious. What was I supposed to do?
I had to tell you. But all this truthfulness has put me in the mood for a burp. Here, you do have some pepper. There he goes again, acting like his normal crazy self. Nice. What a wonderful sneeze. Huh? You think so? You sneeze with pepper and slip on a banana peel? It's basic clownmanship. Surely, I know you gotta understand that. Nick, I think I'd make a good clown. That was a fake sneezer on my end, but thank you. Other than Regina, I've never seen a cuter sneezer. Actually... Does Regina sneeze with pepper too? She does. Dad would always tease her with pepper. But from my point of view, those two always look so perfect together. They look perfect together, huh? Wait, I need to know something here real quick, sorry. How is this guy, aside from Regina, literally the youngest person in this fucking circus? Deciding to do it. Yeah. Alright. Time to get his ass. Oh, Mr. Wright, back again, I see. Well, he did say I'll be back. Wait, was it someone else? We're back because Akro's hiding where his legs were injured. He was hurt in the accident 6 months ago. It would seem that he knows that we know. Well, seems you've got things you want to talk about, so fire away. Yeah, in a bit. You know, a late recap. People in this fucking circus are all in love with the one girl who's still a minor. Some guy was bit on the head by a lion 6 months ago and is now in a coma. It's this dude's brother. The lion was taken out back and shot. And now we're going to get this dude to tell us all his secrets. As soon as I actually press the right button. Present. There we go. That's what happened. I have to ask you, how were you injured? I'm sorry, I thought we talked about this. It was an accident that happened during practice. An accident during practice? Yes, unfortunately acrobats are prone to all sorts of injuries. He's lying. If that were the root cause, he'd have no reason to keep it secret. Akro, are you really telling me that a practice accident was the cause of your injury? What are you gonna do to him? Well, I'm showing him this funny fucking thing. And then he has to tell me all his secrets. Thank you for the time. Good evening. Take that! Yeah. 6 months ago you were attacked by the lion. That's when you were injured. Heh, there we go. I know I'm on the right track, I just need to keep going. You're saying that I was attacked by a lion. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, Mr. Raid, but I'm an acrobat. I'm no animal tamer. If a lion was coming at me, I'd be running for the exit. Okay, maybe attacked is not the best word to be using. So let me rephrase that as battled the lion. You seem to enjoy telling jokes. Why would I decide to battle a lion? Because you had to fight it. You had to fight it to save someone. It was a shame what happened to your brother 6 months ago. You tried to save him, didn't you? And that's how you got the terrible injury. Mo, he must have told you. Yes, we learned about that from Mo. But he didn't mention anything about you in regards to the accident. I suppose it was just a slip of the tongue on his part. That's how I figured it out. A slip of the tongue. Anyways, they were an incredible team, cut down together in their prime. Cut down together. That was where he slipped, and that's how I figured it out. You two ended up at the center of the same accident, together, like always. I see. But an accident is an accident. It wasn't anyone's fault. Still haven't broken Acro's last psych log. This must be one incredibly deep-seated secret. It wasn't anyone's fault. Do you care to explain more? Acro, I know you're still hiding something from me. Maybe someone you don't seem to like much is the reason you're being evasive. Okay, we have found the one person who's not in love with Regina in this game. You always seem calm and collected until you start talking about her. Saying things like she's cruel. Well done, Mr. Attorney. You've got quite a set of eagle eyes. You know, her tiger tried to attack me. Regent tried to attack you. Twice. He wasn't serious, I'm sure. You're not trying to insinuate that I believe she spurred on Leon to attack Bad, are you? Leon was never thought a command to attack people. Regina isn't capable of doing anything like that. Besides, Regina had no reason to want to hurt my little brother. Regina and Bad were such good friends back then. But you still hate Regina? I got proof of it. What are you talking about? Oh, maybe I overdid it again. If I can hand something over to Acro, maybe I'll... He has proof that you had it out for Regina all along. Just, where'd you get it? Regina posted it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria. He wouldn't know that it was put there. If he eats his breakfast in his room, and he does need help to literally get out of his room because they put him on the 3rd floor, he wouldn't have known she put it up there, I just realized. Before that, it was in her pocket. I guess I noticed it was there in the... it was in there around breakfast time. I always take Acro's breakfast in the morning. You wrote this and then you put it in her pocket. That's right, isn't it? That's right. Well done, Mr. Wright. Regina's face looks like it came out of an entirely different game. She's very sparkly. My legs were injured by Leon 6 months ago. My younger brother Bat had a dare with Regina. A dare? An absurd dare. If I can put my head inside of Leon's mouth like you do, you have to go to the movies with me on a date. That's insane! Didn't he know how dangerous that is? We all thought he was being stupid too. But that lion was very old to begin with, and age brought with it countless experience in doing that very trick. Unfortunately, this particular time, I guess Leon wasn't ready or willing. And that's when the accident happened. He just wanted to take her out to the movies. Not bad. When Leon jumped down, I jumped towards him. Then Leon attacked me, and that's how I ended up. What about Bad? He's still in a coma. I went to the hospital yesterday to visit him. See, I'm still waiting for him to open his eyes again. And that's the reason why I keep going. Ed and Regina. They were such great friends. Oh yeah, I wanted you to take a look at this. What is it? This is a scarf my brother was wearing when Leon attacked him. Oh, it's covered in blood. Scarf. It's a present from Regina to my brother on the day of the accident. When he did it, he looked like he was smiling. He? Leon, obviously. Oh. When he bit down on Bat's head, the expression on Leon's face looked like a grin. Nick! I know, Mo said the same thing. What do you think it all means? That there was something on that fucking scarf that was probably smelling enticing to the lion, so he bit down? I mean, yeah, now that you mention it, she is the only girl here, but still. I'll be taking that scarf if you don't mind. I do mind, actually. Fuck you. It's from Kam. I've already heard everything, so hand over the scarf. But the scarf is evidence in a trial. That is for me to decide. I think we should begin our preparations now, Akra. Preparation? I've served a summons to Akra to appear in court tomorrow as a witness. Akra, we talk more at the prosecutor's office. A witness? Come, Akra. Let's go to the office. Yes, ma'am. Now what do we do, Nick? How are we going to handle tomorrow? Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out. Look at you, all full of confidence. You must have found something you can use. This is all beginning to come together now. To be continued. Any feed from Karma to lion? Technically, the lion in question is already dead. We only have a tiger left. So... yeah. The lion was shot after he bit down on... yeah, okay. Tiger then. Actually, funnily enough, I'm born in the year... in a year of the tiger, and a lion. Because I'm born in August. That's nice. Morning, Max. Oh, yeah. Good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparking self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. I think you're funny non-binary. Some ferocious tigers and I get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. That's a carton. Regina! Oh, fabulous! My sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that. So, what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess you fly at the end? It's not that kind of show, isn't it right, my sweeties? Huh? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't... yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous! Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to ya. Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo. Top of the morning to ya, Governor. Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Second the day starts with the energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Oh my, thanks. How are you today, right? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean Akra? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. What are you going to do then, Nick? Today we just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro into the truth. You're right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. And she finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Okay. Are you? I am. I don't. What are what are you trying to say? Yeah. It's like, oh wait, you actually want to use evidence, the one thing that will count in court, the literal only thing that will count in court? Okay. You don't usually do that? No. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. Execution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Ms. von Karma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor Gumshoe. Very well. Please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work. Or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. Okay. It was just after 10 PM and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there's very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. No, actually. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yeah, listen. I get to cross-examine after the person actually gives us a witness statement. So, I know the proper timing. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? Obviously. In the words of Miss von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination. If not now... Okay. The light in your room was turned off then, right? Sorry. That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window? The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see, but honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. More present, the less results I seem to get. Maybe there was something fishy with his latest bit of testimony. It's so funny when I immediately press the one statement you do need to press, and then Phoenix is right, I'm not getting anything. I'm like, it's literally the first thing I asked. For sure, you're not getting anything. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony I was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. I see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction? Of course I do. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? Technically, he is seated. Thank you for the pigtails. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? I mean exactly what I mean. I'm pressing the wrong button. The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw the Max's hat as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me. It's a shame because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the sea. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats? No, this is a handmade one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means acro. But you've been fibbing on the stand. As always, it looks like someone has just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What will cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? Let's just immediately get into it, I guess. Your Honor. On this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to almost be scary. He is staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things. See? Even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. She's right. Way to pick on a disabled, you heartless, cruel man. I'm... Okay. This is a poopy hat. See then, Mr. Phoenix, right? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got our doctors now to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? No. Now then, this must be when you get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? I mean, you're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. What are you getting at? To keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Akra murdered Rustleberry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can do. Can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, let's do it. Mr. Phoenix, right? If this witness is the killer, then this eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling? Well, in his room. He was obviously here the entire time. That's Akra's room. Pretty simple, eh? Akra wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Akra didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What say you, Mr. Dingling? It's an interesting theory.
But it's only that. A theory.
That's it? Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it. So Disney princess? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there's no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next cause of his this legal buffet. Careful, Nick. If you mess up here... She's right. Can't mess up here. I've gotta give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Akra killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Tend to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright? Sure. I'm going to present some evidence. So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Rustleberry? No. Where is it? What's that? A picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust. It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-size, it is also very, very heavy. Heavy. Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. He made the birds drop a rock. Funnily enough, you are kind of close with that, except he just dropped this entire bust on the guy. See, this is how Akra was able to kill the ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. So you're saying the bust fell into the ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. Before dropping it for comedic effect, considering he was planning on killing someone, I don't think he would have said that beforehand. But it is not fully out of the question, so... Objection! How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Objection! Well, Akra's an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, Akra's at a loss for words. You should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Akra. You can't run away from Ow! I watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say? She's just using this testimony as a roast to stall for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder, the prosecution has the right to respond. The defense's objection is overruled. Now, can't you see things my way once in a while? Because that would make it too easier. Phoenix. Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems, however, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. One will sing to any low to win a case. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. It makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. So I was thinking, what is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. The only one stalling here is you. I get to make it. Focus. Focus, focus. Focus. You could have known the exact location. And the question leads, hey, you're not the testimony. You didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. What precisely, I may add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling, how about you show some evidence? But it is such a good job hinting. We're about to explain things, Mr. Wright. Thank you for the pet. Maybe we should take a look at this. Look at this graph. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over. The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Ooh. When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean, if the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim? No. Yes. Stay on guard right now. This is unbelievable. Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here, forward. I'm flying through the case, yeah, because I want to be done with it. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ow! Allow me to whip some sense into you. Mr. Phoenix Wright! The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Hello! Hello! Specially made. Indeed, it had the most peculiar feature: the weight of the box. You and your binary. The box has a remarkable weight. mean? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down and lift it up with the body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool. I'm a fool for pointing out something that's true. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bus? Yeah. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. I mean, you understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? You see, Mr. Phoenix, right? Explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Yeah, we definitely have a problem here. This is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room? I do not know how strong a monkey is, but... Monkey? A monkey. Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bus? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home. Monkey. Oh. Money lives in Acra's room. Acra's room? But the bus was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. These are some very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro. Money's a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be in the market for a new roommate. Ooh. Where's the bus in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bus. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Wait. Didn't you mean this bus was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acra saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acra was the murderer. Moron! What? Can we stick to fool? Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Town seems so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Yeah, it always comes back to that, doesn't it? Thank you. Also for the posture check. There's no reason to doubt the clan's testimony. It's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were 2 people at the scene of the crime. No, there was 1 person in the bust. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? The bust.
Take that!
Ukrainian game is cubic time! Oh!
I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene.
I mean, there's no other person, girl.
That evidence has nothing to do with the question.
Objection!
Yes, it does. Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw.
How is that possible?
It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw was that night was Max's bust.
What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak.
There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust.
It would be easy to hang one of the cards in a bust's hands. Idiot! Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? Doesn't matter who put it on the bust.
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust?
The question is of the utmost importance
To this case, don't you agree?
Ah,
He caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust?
Take that!
Fool! Him?
You're saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying. I mean, the victim himself placed a cloak on the bust? Placed the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself.
Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright.
So you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time.
Akra used a rope to lower the wooden box into the scene. Then he attached a rope to the bust, and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house, by none other than a ventriloquist in his puppet Ben and Trito. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Akra took his chance and released the rope. And this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim, it's so stupid.
You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be.
It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. The circus isn't over yet.
What?
The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak out, which snapped onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. When Moe looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Akra naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because, in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if he had worn the cloak properly, it would not have flown up at all, because it's probably tied in the front, so it would have gotten stuck on his neck I don't think it should have gotten thrown up at all, but if it works for the case, I'm just gonna... like, just let it be.
And that is how the magical murder disappearing into the sky came to be.
Yeah.
So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the scene of the crime scene. Akro, it could only have been you. Akro's been playing mind games with all of us. Sure has. But he's come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. Do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. Okay, you know what? I don't have the energy to argue that. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Winded.
Nick, they say they want evidence. This explained how there can only be one possible murder method. There's still something unusual about most eyewitness accounts. Unusual? Contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get us out of this jam. It's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. The problem is Max's three symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. Symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were two contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. The theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool, do you ever shut up? You asked me to explain. I'm explaining. Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday? He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat, well, sort of. Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what that ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. The clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? Of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses?
On the inside.
You get it yet? If the cloak had snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The red roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. This is quite a shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Suit his neck, then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible depth of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there's absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Aqua's story. Learn about his relationship with the Ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Aqua deeply respected the Ringmaster. His motive,
It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well.
However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This call will now take a 10-minute recess.
Okay.
Da, da, da.
Soon we will be free of this case.
I can't believe it. Aqua? It's very shocking, isn't it?
It definitely is, and to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated?
Aqua tried to pin the murderer on you on purpose.
He did?
Psst, psst.
But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? You're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey, pal. You gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Detective Gumshoe. Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways.
No, Detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? Get some really tasty milk. What a card trick, Detective.
Well, if you insist.
Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it?
Here you go.
This was yesterday in Aqua's room.
Yep, I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Won't Miss Von Kama be mad that you're doing this?
That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything, but everything that's happened in court up to until now has gone according to our plan.
I don't know, Miss Von Kama didn't seem in control of things in there just now.
You figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion.
Final plans?
Uh-huh. That reminds me, I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too. I'm out of here.
What do you mean by that, the very end part?
I'm not sure. It's all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing.
Don't scare me like that.
It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant.
What? For me?
It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. Some kind of what? Okay. Hurry up and drink it all before it spoils.
An entire dairy's worth of milk for me?
Alright. Let's get it.
Court is now back in session.
Miss Von Kama, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with Aqua's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense.
Proof of what kind of motive Aqua would have to commit this crime. Understood. Not Mr. Dingling.
Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive.
Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. We're fine. Don't worry about it. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Aqua would kill the man he had held in such high esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Aqua kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. No. There's no need to cross-examine this witness. What's that? Why was the ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I know the answer already. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know. Can you provide an explanation as to why Aqua would want the Ringmaster dead? No. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Aqua killed the Ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? It's because Aqua had no reason to kill the Ringmaster at all. Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools are so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Berry, Ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. End of things? Acro, you didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? Ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the Ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? Believe, I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Aqua was trying to kill someone else? Yeah. Isn't that quite obvious? Yana, where's the whip's face? Gina Berry? This young girl's the Ringmaster's daughter, correct? Aqua, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
Objection!
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
Objection!
Don't worry, I can prove it. He could easily answer the question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough. Mr. Wright, allow me to... The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Okay. Alright then. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now. I want to know why Aqua would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Aqua was out to kill this young girl. Okay. Aqua, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the Ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Aqua wrote this note. It's ironically entitled To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. Staring at the sunset? Aww. Well, enjoy lurking. You're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Hold on. Aqua did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the Ringmaster. You mean, it wasn't for that? That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Every time I hear the name Regina, I have to think of Mean Girls, the musical. Because I've never actually seen the movie, I've only heard a few songs of the musical. Mr. Wright, is it a theory of yours? It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. It's when her father, the Ringmaster, saw the note. That's correct. The Ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Aqua gave us earlier today? Lifting a bus and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Aqua had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Aqua thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bus fly. I do like musicals. I also like listening to the songs from musicals despite not having seen the actual musicals themselves.
Nick, isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience?
She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here.
I hope Regina can handle it. Akira wrote this note to Regina.
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool.
Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
If you're so sure, then tell us about this line.
I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Yes. What about that line?
That is a very good question, actually.
What does she actually say?
In Japanese?
I can't tell you because I'm not finding anything about it. Well, I like musicals in general, so let me see. And famous calls a foolish fool, originally baka. Okay. Okay, she does just use baka, that's fair. Makes sense. It's a good word.
If the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer.
You just don't get it, do you?
What did you just say?
The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza. In place of his lovely daughter.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wright.
What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. I have no idea. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at the time.
More.
Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
It does indeed, Your Honor.
Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago.
Really, Nick?
I think so.
Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it.
What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. Can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually... How spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Francisca is not mature whatsoever. She was just raised by someone very sure of their ways, so she has a giant head on her shoulders. It doesn't actually make her an authority, even if she likes to act like one. It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion.
Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways.
If you're so sure Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question.
Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Who's this?
That is Acro's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead.
Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead.
Gina, she did that to him.
You spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool. Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother Sean dealing. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in a position is ever trying to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
You got the dog in her.
And what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? No, obviously not. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? Such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat. And then what? What? And then what front? Oh! Akira, thank you for gifting me a magical high school girl! I keep forgetting I have a throne. I didn't even. Wow, okay, wait, that actually works. I'm surprised. The last time I tried, it didn't. It didn't. That's cool. Thank you. More games for me. Yay. It's just a scarf. Acro. The scarf is something a Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There's something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. 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 Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal, but out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? Still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile. I've never heard of them smiling, however... Lions sneeze. But... Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bad lost consciousness. Akra nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. Foolish idiot. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. You think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Akra, you can't mean witness? Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, scarf, lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof to be more precise. Murder weapon? The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Akra's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. Bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. It might be worthwhile to search Akra's room, but why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Funkama total justice. I guess. I figured with you that's the least I should expect. You leave no stone unturned. Funkama never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Akra's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Akra would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective DOVA-SYNDROME executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Akra directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second, something's funny about all this. It looks like you like the final nail to put into my coffin. What about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Detective, execute the search. But yeah, his name is still so funny. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. Bust, where is it now? Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix, right? You know what the bust is, I'm sure you do. It's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know what the bust is? It's pretty fucking obvious, actually, Phoenix. Seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Bruh. Thank you for your support. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness. Oh no, I hold it. Okay. Who's holding? What? Wait, who's oh. Where's Max's bust? Defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do what? Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your age, isn't she? You really have a case to present, Mr. Wright. Are you asking me? This is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Robots always have their lives on the lines, don't they? That's how Akra's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across on our own tightrope. If you don't, we're certain to lose.
Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon.
In a tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward.
The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust now? It's obvious, the bust is inside this very courtroom.
It's obviously where?
Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you're a big guy and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it would be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. I've played these games before. Ouch. I do not remember everything from all cases, but like the closer you get towards the end, the more it's like, oh yeah, right. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. It proved inconvenient when Miss von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she'd found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, in the only place that you could hide it. Yeah, I played the first 5 games, and the 6th one I didn't, I got, started on. But because I saw that you do tend to remember once you've played them. Which is why, Akro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool! How could you? You're all calm now. You got me. I've been backed by a real pro. Actually, 2 of them. 2 of them. Miss Francisca von Karma and Mr. Phoenix, right? What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch a surprise search of my room last night? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know? But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I will also tell you this, the first time I ever played this case, I thought for sure that the fucking case was going to, the chest was going to be important again, and there's a second, it's a wrong word, floor in the compartment, thank you, but that wasn't it. But that was my initial thought when playing this case the first time, was like, oh, maybe that's why it was so heavy, because the bust was in a hidden compartment in there. But it's not.
Thank you for the save, Barry. How are you?
I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy, and now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss von Karma. It all makes sense now.
The hidden compartment is another hidden compartment. Oh,
I do like me some good hidden compartments.
I can't believe the phone camera thought I far ahead. It's amazing.
You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. You tired? Me too.
Can't believe it. Me, make a mistake. I didn't know what a surprise search of your room. If only I hadn't done that.
Seems we finally arrived at the truth. Akra.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm responsible for that crime.
Akra. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her.
Yes, the Berry Big Circus. One day my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So are you saying that you're a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. Oh, I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself, and I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. Can't believe it. You beat me. Again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus I'd like to declare my verdict.
Hot milky. This court is adjourned. Fabulous. To be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Necro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? It's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only at max 1 million of them. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about acting. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? It's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault. Sweetie pie. Dad and Echo, they're never coming back. And everyone's gonna split up. Regina. Mr. White, tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Echo said something right at the end. Just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Akro... Is he gonna try and get his revenge on me?
No, he's He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You're really sure? I can't believe that.
Yep, Akro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
Huh?
I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Akro not running revenge.
Okay. Sure nobody smuggles weapons in the courtroom and all. You'd think so, right? But that would have not made for as good of a plot point and reveal. Has reached a mental age of 5.5. Woo!
Akira didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Akira's been caught... I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes.
Yeah. That's what I said earlier. Regina's the youngest one in this entire thing. This dude is 31 and says that the puppet is in love with her, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, but you're controlling the puppet. This guy is not actually in love with her, but he sure is there. This guy is not in love with her, okay. This guy was definitely crushing her. He's 22, and this man has already asked the father for her hand in marriage at 21. I'm just like, these people stop. And mentally, she's like, what?
Until he opens his eyes, and then until he can meet Akira again. So sweet of you, Regina. Sorry, Akira. I'm sorry, but... Oh, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind.
Hey, Max.
What is it, Mo?
We really put you through a lot, didn't we? Buddy, I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract.
I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now?
It's a big question.
Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus the world has ever seen.
The best circus the world has ever seen?
Don't laugh.
It's quite the goal.
Yeah, I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things.
Huh?
There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen.
I keep changing up his voice, but I don't care anymore.
Are you ready for life? Oh, for sure, but maybe they can visit him in jail or something. Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy?
I don't know what to say.
All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo's right, sweetie pie. You can't beat a very big circus without Regina Barry. Max. Nick. Seems like everything is going to turn out alright here. I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen. I'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. See, what made the case? Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Akira really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could have ended. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Akira's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Dun dun dun, dun, dun. Oh great, now I'm leaving all of you that don't know this game on the massive cliffhanger of Edgeworth still being alive.
No one could have seen that coming.
No one could have seen that coming. Oh, I wanted to. Oh, no. No. What? No. I don't know.
We are not... What the fuck is happening? What is happening? I can't... I'm trying to go back to the main... I don't! I realize I didn't want to do that. I don't want to be here. We're just going to ignore... No, we're going to ignore all this. The Nickel Samurai. I wanted to keep talking. Not actually walk into this one. Can I please get a fucking menu? Thank you, Jesus Christ. Nope. Stop. Stop talking, Maya. La 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 la. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. We are stopping on the absolutely surprising fact that Mr. Mans Edgeworth is still alive. I mean, to be fair, I guess when this game originally released, it would have been a surprise when the other games had obviously not yet been out. But yeah. Woo! Moles the Clown is the best person. Surprisingly enough, yeah. He is annoying in his own right, but he wasn't a bad dude.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. His mind is in shambles.
Is it a surprise that he's alive? I mean, we've heard all the thing that he left, and he left behind a little letter that said Prosecutor Ashworth chooses staff, and Phoenix kept talking about it like, okay, well, he's gone, so he must have killed himself or something, he's dead. That kind of thing. So technically it is a surprise that he's alive, because people have been acting like he died.
When in fact he just left the country.
But we're gonna get into all that next time. Honestly, you know what? Actually, this is pretty good. We managed to finish the circus case with this short stream, and then we can get into the new one next time. Especially because the next case is really good. You know, after the circus one, the next one is gonna be very good. And I mean that.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah. That is where we're gonna end for tonight then. Thank you for a nice stream. No, thank you for coming, and also thank you so much for gifting me that game. That's another game to be added to my never-ending list of games. Wah! No, I will definitely play. I will definitely play it. I will not promise to be playing it anytime soon, because that's a promise I cannot keep, but I will try to get to it as soon as possible. But yeah, that is it for tonight. I'll post a schedule in a bit, but it's basically a continuation or a repeat. I'm not playing it next week. What? The game Akide gifted me earlier, I'm not playing next week. No. I am, however, going to be playing Ace Attorney next week. Going to be a repeat of this week. We're going to continue Flowers and actually get our first ending there. We'll put this game on a Friday again. We'll do more Atelier stuff on Saturday, and then, you know, the usual. But yeah, it is a Sunday. Usually I would say Sunday is for our best and favorite Pink Cat Girl, but actually I feel like fish today, so I'm gonna send you guys over to you who's playing Dredge, because I like watching people play that game, because I'm so interested in the game, but I feel like I would suck at it. So I haven't tried getting it anytime. Just say play the game whenever you feel like it. I will. I will. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I keep forgetting I have a throne. I will be very, very serious. I need to check if I still have something on there that I already own, and then someone tries to give me something I already own it. That would be not good. But yeah, have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for coming by. Good night. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.